Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today I went back and played some Battlefield Bad Company 2. I was kind of in the mood for something different. I didn't really want to play any more Battlefield 3, and so I jumped in, had a lot of nostalgia, played a couple of matches. I was rolling around as the medic, which was my favorite class back in the day, and did surprisingly well. And I was noticing some things, and some things that I really missed about it, because this is one of my favorite games. I played the hell out of it. It's just so well balanced. There's so many things that I like about it, and one of the things that I really missed about it is that there is no suppression effect. And I know that a lot of people like suppression in Battlefield 3, and I recently asked, I think a couple of weeks ago, if you wanted to see suppression in Battlefield 4, and overwhelmingly, a lot of you said that you do want to see suppression in the upcoming title. And that's completely understandable. A lot of you said that suppression is unique to the Battlefield franchise. It makes it feel different from a lot of the first-person shooters out there. And once again, I totally get that. But at the same time, I think a lot of people came into Battlefield with Battlefield 3, and they don't realize that suppression is completely new to the series. I mean, Bad Company 2, Battlefield 2, all of the previous Battlefield titles, it's never been in there. And that doesn't mean that it shouldn't be in Battlefield 4, but man, do I like not having it in Bad Company 2. It's just like every single firefight you get in, it always feels fair. It never feels like when you get into an engagement, whoever gets the first shots off normally wins. You know, that kind of happens a lot in Battlefield 3. And it doesn't feel like it requires more skill, but it just is always nice to have more control over your soldier and kind of your destiny, which is nice when you're playing a first-person shooter. And another thing that I definitely miss, and is always a treat to come back to when I play Bad Company 2, is the level of destruction, which everyone kind of knows about, but also the fact that there is just so many more objects that you can shoot through. And a great example of this in one of my favorite maps is Valparaiso. When you're playing Rush and you're playing on the third base, the third MCOM base, where there's all of those wooden huts, you can literally shoot through every single object. There are a couple of places that you can hide behind, which is great, but the spotting mechanic is also different, so that if you are spotted and you go behind cover, people can still shoot at it, which is something that I'm glad that they changed for Battlefield 3. But that map, or that section of the map, gets so ridiculous because you'll be constantly getting shot at because you'll be spotted and people will be just shooting through objects the entire time. And it's also fun when you are shooting people through the objects as well, because you can kind of see their red triangle bouncing around, because you know that they have absolutely no idea where the fire is coming from. And I know that's kind of a cheap aspect of the game, but the fact that there is just so many more not destructible, we already know that, but so many more objects that you can shoot through is something that I miss about Bad Company 2, and I'm hoping that in Battlefield 4, they have a couple of more. There are a couple of objects in Battlefield 3 that you can shoot through. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are those. The tin sheds come to mind, the tin fences as well. But a lot of the things in the game are very stationary. They don't have a lot of particle effects to them. You shoot at them. I mean, I guess there will be a couple of sparks because of your bullets, but there isn't a lot of things that you can shoot through. And what I would really like to see in Battlefield 4 is that not only, this would be really cool, I would really like this, is to have more objects that you can shoot through, but those thin surfaced objects, you can also punch holes in them, and then you can maybe see behind them, or kind of like shoot like a circle or something like that, make a bigger circle so that you can look through it. That would be really cool. That would be a nice dynamic, and it could be something that we might see in the upcoming title, because DICE has said that they are going to be pushing the Frostbite 2 engine to hopefully its fullest, a lot more than what they have in Battlefield 3. We kind of got a taste with it with the demo, but you know, we didn't get to see the multiplayer, but that is one thing I would really like to see in the upcoming game. But I'd like to know what you guys missed most about Battlefield Bad Company 2. If you've played it, do you miss the sniping? I'm sure that's going to be a popular one. Do you miss that all of the DLCs, or most of them except for the Vietnam expansion pack, were free? Yeah, you heard me right. They were all free. Was it the Vietnam expansion pack? I love that thing. I got a lot of hours playing that expansion. Or is it the fact that the squad balance, or the fact that the assault class doesn't have all of the med packs. Let me know down below in the comment section. I think for me personally, it's the squad balance and the class balance. I miss that so much about this game. You just see a lot more variety. You don't see as many medics, or, well, you do see a lot of medics, but you don't see everyone running around with assault rifles and med packs and the res trains as often. It's more of a diverse kind of thing going on. It's got a nice diversity that Battlefield 3 definitely does not have, especially on the smaller maps. I'm not going to talk anymore about this. I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but what is the one thing you guys miss most about Battlefield Bad Company 2? Let me know down below. But that's about it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and so until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.